So this week on the episode of The Harbor, we have the amazing and talented HannahHuston, singer, songwriter.
I need my theme music.
We'll play it. We'll get it looped in.
Amazing.
And so you were on The Voice.
This is The Voice. Yes, I was.
You were on The Voice, which is awesome. But before that, you taught.
Yeah.
You were a teacher. So tell me how do you go from being a preschool teacher to singing on The Voice?
So I have wonderful friends in my life who also love music, and so we were kind of researching just some projects and fun stuff to do, and we found this songwriting competition thing, this contest I should say, and it's with NPR, and so me and my friend Crystal Davey got together and we wrote this song, and it's called I Won't Have Loved You. And Wynn Wiley and Nick Goodwin filmed this video for us to submit to this contest, and it was just a super fun project. It wasn't like I was doing it to get attention or anything. It was just something really fun, and I got to play music with my friends. But it ended up getting picked up by a casting agency with the show. And
so what was some of the biggest lessons you learned as you got more successful? Because at first it's you just got to make it. You just got to sing well, survive, make it.
Oh, totally.
But
survival mode.
All of a sudden you started winning and moving on, and you got farther and farther into the show. And so speak a little bit about what you learned through the process. What did success teach you a little bit?
Once I got over the initial sparkle to television, and the nerves broke down, and I wasn't so nervous to be around Pharrell or Pink or Miley Cyrus or these big name people who you're just oh my gosh, I only see you on TV. Once I saw them as human beings, and we're all humans, and it just made it so much more comfortable, and I started really singing. I was oh, I have nothing to lose. Sure. I'm just gonna go out there and I'm just gonna have fun, So I think that was a game changer, and just working my tail off. I was so behind because everyone was really good at singing and performing, and they didn't have any stage fright like I did. And I just had to work super hard.
And anytime you put yourself out there and try, it's hard. Everything's hard.
Oh, yeah.
Starting from nothing is hard. Changing careers is hard. Picking a passion is hard. Mm-hmm. And, when you were on the show, that was hard.
Oh, yeah.
And, you didn't always get, you went really far on the show, but the feedback wasn't always amazing. There are people who were, said things and did things. So speak a little bit about, some of your encounters with, haters or negativity that was around it.
Yeah, so as a teacher, you're already a public person, so I kind of had that, but TV was a whole nother level. I was out there, and right when you hit the stage, when you go on television, you are now a public person, and people will now form assumptions, opinions, all these things about who you are and your personality and your voice, and they're gonna say what they like, they're gonna say what they don't like, and I just wasn't prepared for all of that. And I did really good. I didn't read YouTube comments until this one week on the show, which I shouldn't have done this, but I was just curious, It's just well, I guess I haven't really read what people think. Not I really cared, but it was just oh, I'm just curious. So I was reading on there, and it was so hard to read. There were just some mean things. Things about my personality. It wasn't just that didn't like how she sang that song. And I'm I get that. Right. You're not gonna like my voice. People are not always gonna like you, and you just have to be okay with that. But it was just really hard, and the challenge for me was, okay, do I comment back? Be that's not me.
Right.
You don't know me, you know? And that just fuels the fire that's really negative.
Yeah.
I was I want to fuel something that's good. I want to say something that's I don't care what you have to say. I'm not going to buy into what you're saying because it's not true. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm not going to be negative to other people. And then I'm going to be more mindful and careful about what I say because it's a real person.
Right.
I think that's the weird thing is we've given people so much permission to just write whatever they want or say whatever they want. And I think you can say things, and I think you can have opinions, and you should have that. But I also think there's a level to care and being mindful about the things we say.
Absolutely. And the minute you let it affect you and you stoop to that level and start speaking to it, like now you're no better. And then you're caught up in the whirlwind of it all as well.
100%.
And so for you now, like you're in this creative process, and most of us never get out of the actual process. Like I think for a lot of kids, and even for myself, there was this idea that I'm going to do these things, create these things, and then I'm going to make it. And then you get to like that first bar you set and you realize like you're just getting started and it never ends. Like you're always chasing something. And so what are you like chasing, and what's the process that you're in right now?
Do I feel like I'm chasing something? Sometimes I feel like I'm like running, but you're like that cartoon that like isn't moving, you know, like Scooby-Doo, like you're just like standing there. Sometimes I feel like that. There's a lot of good days, a lot of bad days, and just things that I wasn't prepared for. Like I did not go to school for like being a musician. I went to school for teaching. So there's a lot of skills that like I've had to be like, okay, you need to take this year and you need to just, this is like your student teaching year essentially, like you're just trying it out. So I've had to be patient, and ultimately like what I want is just, I want my music to be like what I want to say. And so taking time to like hone in on that craft, and like songwriting was something that I wasn't natural at. And so I've just had to like travel and write with people and just take time to make sure that I'm going to come out with work that I'm really proud of and I can stand by for a long time.
For sure. Well, and the important things take time. I mean, that's what you're saying. Like the stuff that
so
really
true.
matters takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. And patience is tough because we want it kind of right now. And like that's the world we live in. It's like we get it. And we get
100%.
It right now.
Oh, 100%.
It's really hard. So to any kid watching this, like where can they follow your new journey and what you're up to now and like the music that you're putting out now?
I cannot wait for things to come out soon. So maybe by the time this is out, who knows?
You'll have new music?
Yeah.
Where can they find it?
I hope so. Yes,
places?
iTunes, Spotify,
Okay, cool.
Google, Amazon, all those things.
All those things, all your music.
I don't know what kids do these days. I don't know.
Those things.
The YouTubes.
Yeah, she'll find her on the YouTube. Just leave a good comment though. All right?
Well, yeah. Or just no comment if you don't like it, you know?
It's easy too.
It's okay if you don't.
That's awesome. Well, Hannah, thank you so much for
having me.
taking time to share your story and your perspective.
Yeah.
This week of the Harbor.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Cool.